Hi Taurus, happy birthday. Welcome to your birthday reading. This is for Summonizing Venus. Check out your other placements for additional messages. As this is a general reading, messages may or may not apply. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. I can be picking up on someone around you or someone you could be dealing with, so you might have to swap the roles. If this reading doesn't resonate right away, it may be something that happens down the line. If you'd like, you can keep this in your back pocket or come back at a later time. We're going to take a look and see what messages need to come through for you guys based off the current energy, as well as what you guys can expect for the upcoming year. We're gonna I don't know what the hell I just said. We're gonna take a look into, you know, your love life as well as your career and finances, see if there's any extra messages that need to come through, any advice or rebel advice and Tikashi messages, and just, you know, kind of see what's going on. We don't really have a strict rule on how we're gonna do this. We're just gonna wing it and see what comes out. But we're gonna start off with some affirmations, some animal oracle messages, just kind of based off the energy right now, where you guys are at, your birthday energy, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so any affirmations for Taurus, Summonizing Venus? Any affirmations for Taurus, Summonizing Venus? Anything they should know right now? Any affirmations for my Taurians, please? Taurus, Summonizing Venus, inner peace. This is the third time this card's come out for you guys. This came out in your May reading. This came out in your April reading. And here we go again. Inner peace. It's time for some calm. It's time for some zen. It's time to meditate more. Find that inner peace from within, boo. Because I know life is chaotic. The world, what the hell's going on? There's so much shit happening, and it's just like, can we just have some peace? Right? It'd be like that sometimes. Okay. Oh, and my eye is twitching. Okay. We also have change for the future. Beautiful. So, if things have been a little bit chaotic right now, just you wait, because you're going to be finding a lot of peace. So, if things have been stressful, if things have been hectic, heavy, scary, sad, intense, where you've been angry, where there could have been drama, or who knows, even if none of that's been happening, just know near future or this upcoming year, you're going to be gaining a lot more inner peace and independence and peace of mind, just calmness, where you're not stressing so much, where you're not breaking out so much, where you're not getting more gray hair or losing hair, where you are just feeling at peace with yourself and recognizing you can only control yourself, how you react, how you think, how you respond. You can't control what your mother does, what your neighbor does, what your boss, your partner, your lover, your friend does. You can only control you. So no use getting stressed out over things that are out of your control. Yes, there's going to be moments where you get a little bit scared, a little bit fearful, but for the most part, you're going to learn how to connect with yourself, calm your mind, have a little zen, a little peace, a little quiet. You're going to have time like that for this upcoming year, and so on, right? This is where things change. You're recognizing how important it is for you guys to have inner peace, right? Because when you have peace from within, you radiate that, you spread more of that around you, right? When you put that out, you attract more of it. Think about it like that. So inner peace. Find a moment to meditate, for in the silence, answers to your prayers are heard. Listen carefully. Affirmation, I am at peace. So you've been waiting for answers, getting clarity, or you've been saying some prayers, just know they're being heard, and you're also going to be getting more clarity. The more you go inward, the more you meditate, the more you are just with yourself in the present moment, not worried about the past, not worried about the future, just right here, right now. You're going to just feel so much at peace, so much more in control of things, and it's just going to feel like a breath of fresh air. This will also help you with healing, things like that. And then, like I said, change for the future. There's going to be some real good stuff coming your way. Stand firm and challenge past events in your life. The belief you need to work hard to achieve is no longer relevant. Let go and you'll be rewarded in the most unexpected way. Affirmation, I am strong. You guys have been strong for so long. And finally, you're going to be getting rewarded for all of your hard work and dedication. Trust me, the universe, whatever you believe in, they have seen your efforts, what you put out, what you've been investing in, what you've been working towards. you are not doing this all for nothing. This is not all for nothing. This is towards something big. You just don't see the full picture right now, but with this year coming up, things are going to unfold exactly the way it needs to, and it's going to create such a beautiful change in your own life, where you're going to have more inner peace, where you're going to just feel in control, and where things are going to be moving in a positive way. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have setbacks or negative things aren't going to happen to you, right? No one's exempt from those things. No one misses out or dodges those things. Everybody has their ups and downs. That's unrealistic to think, oh, I'm going to have just the best year ever. Yeah, you may have the best year ever. 2021, 2022 might just be the best damn year you've ever had, right? Put that energy out there. Claim it. Believe it. It's yours. But that doesn't mean you're not going to have moments where you feel down or sad, or where something happens. Maybe you lose out on something, or you lost your job, or something came to an end, or you left a relationship. Of course, that's life. Things like that are going to happen. It's inevitable. But what you will have, despite all those things that may happen, despite all the changes that may happen this upcoming year, what you will have is a sense of inner peace. Whatever comes your way, take a nice deep breath. You will get through it. Whatever is thrown your way, you are capable of handling it. There's a saying, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, right? We all got our different beliefs, but they don't throw something in our past, something that we can't handle. So whatever comes your way this upcoming year, although it may feel like you can't handle it, you can. Otherwise, you wouldn't be going through it. I promise, okay? I know. Let's get some animal oracle messages. You know, again, based off the current energy of what you guys may need to know or consider. Of course, this may apply later on, but we'll just see what needs to come out for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Based off the current energy, what messages do my Taurians need to hear? Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, based off the current energy? Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the current energy? What's going on for Taurus in their birthday season? Whoa, the starfish coming out. Water energy, as well as any animal oracle messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of... Oh, sorry, I'm used to doing the monthly, the May readings. I just finished Aries. There was the last May reading, and I just said for May. So of course it's gonna apply for this month, but even whenever you come across this, we also have the oyster. So there's some fears about opening up. Probably due to experiences where you have been burned or betrayed or hurt, right? There's this hesitation for you guys to open up. There's a little bit of an insecurity when it comes to showing who you truly are or expressing your most authentic self. There's like a bit of a shell. Maybe some of you have Cancerian placements in your chart, just throwing it out there. Obviously won't apply for everybody, but some of you may have some strong Cancerian placements. I'm just getting that with the oyster. You have something beautiful to share. You have the pearl within, but you're hesitant to showing your pearl to the world because you're afraid of not being good enough, or you're afraid of what people may think, or people may judge you. People may say, oh, that pearl's fake. That's not true. How could that be real? You know, all these opinions of others. There's a bit of insecurities or wanting to please others so that you don't get on their bad side, so that you are loved and respected, so you tiptoe around walking on eggshells because you're scared to truly be yourself or to truly step into your authenticity, okay? And it's time for you guys to stop pushing yourself aside, pushing your dreams aside to please everybody else or to make others feel comfortable around you or to fit in. Time to break out of that. It's time for you guys to step into your truest form, your most authentic version of you. All right, it's time to release these limitations or these unrealistic standards you put on yourself. Maybe there are a little bit of appearance issues, or maybe you struggle with your appearance, right? Maybe you are hard on yourself. Maybe you've been working out, trying to get more fitter, trying to even lose weight, but maybe you haven't been seeing those results, and you compare yourself to others around you or on social media, or, you know, unrealistic beauty standards, things like that, and you get so hung up and stressed out and you beat yourself up over those things or expectations others put on you. But I think what's important for you guys starting now for the rest of your life is to find that validation from within instead of searching it from external sources, people, things, opinions. trying to find that validation from within you. Now, that's going to be a process. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's going to require you to be patient with yourself and gentle, compassionate to yourself. It's something that you're needing to unlearn, and unlearning things like that, especially when it's been so driven deeply into you, especially with social media nowadays, it's hard to unlearn it. If you have to unfollow certain people on social media, if you have to block certain people, if you have to cut certain people out of your life because they are just not resonating with you anymore, you gotta do what you gotta do, because there is something around you, there's energy around you, or you've been investing yourself in the wrong people, the wrong places, the wrong situations that have been feeding into your imbalances and making you feel worse about yourself. And that's not good, Taurus. You have to put yourself first, you have to put your needs first, and your feelings first. You have to put yourself as the number one priority. And then others can come second, right? You have to put yourself first. That is so important. I keep saying that. Put yourself first. Put your own inner peace first. Because when you focus on your own inner peace, that's what creates change. When you start making the changes from within you, that's what changes everything around you externally. When your mindset starts changing, when you start unlearning certain patterns, that is when everything around you begins to shift for the better, okay? So with the oyster also coming out, there is the hesitation, like I said, to open up. There are fears about, what if I get hurt again? What if I get burned again? There's still maybe some things from your past or even currently that you could be stewing on, a situation, a person, relationship that's on your mind, and there's some healing that needs to take place. There's also the need for you to be honest with yourself and those around you. If there's a conversation that's needed to be had, please get it out. Better to get it out than to hold it in and it's eating away at you, right? I think that's really important. But back to the oyster, because I was talking about the scorpion. Some of you may have Scorpio in your chart. I was saying Cancerian energy. We got Scorpio energy. Some of you may have those placements in your chart. Just saying, okay? Back to the oyster, though. You have this beautiful gift, talents to share with the world, but there's a hesitation too, because you're fearful of, again, how you get perceived, or the opinions, or what if you're not good enough, these doubts, these limitations that you put on yourself. And I think you're needing to work through that, okay? And that's going to be a process, but it's nothing you can't handle. And yeah, you got double water coming out, so it might be a bit of an emotional time, or you guys might just be feeling a lot more sensitive, and I think it's important for you guys to really meditate more, get into control of your thoughts. When you meditate more, and you make that a consistent thing, a regular thing, it changes everything, man. I gotta get back into it. I've kind of been slacking lately, I can't lie, okay? But let me tell you, it really does make a difference. That and yoga, so good. I gotta get back into that too, but you know, shit's been getting in the way. Life has been getting in the way. We're gonna pull a couple tarot messages, see what's going on just based off the current energy, and then we're gonna look into the year ahead for you guys. Your love life, your career, finances, and anything else that may need to come out, okay? So any other messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, based off the current energy? What's going on for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Any messages for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, based off the current energy? What do they need to know, be mindful of, or aware of? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, based off the current energy? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Any messages for Taurus, please? We have the Six of Cups reversed, so that kind of does tie back in with that Scorpion energy, like I was saying, the energy of stewing on something from your past. Some sort of thing from your past is on your mind. Even when we look at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups coming out. So perhaps you're looking back at some things from your past, childhood, or even a past relationship, or something that's been on your mind for a while. And there is a bit of confusion that you still carry, okay? So there's something within you that has you wondering, thinking a lot about something that has already happened way back, right? Maybe that's where this insecurity stems from, or the fear of opening up or being your authentic self stems from, but you have to identify the issue by figuring out where it stems from, the root, right? And so that's what you're doing here. Okay, it doesn't want to, ooh, I almost dropped it. Caught it just before a whole stack fell out. Okay, just making sure deck's not upside down. Let's get into it. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, based off the current energy. What do they need to know? Thank you. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. So there's some sort of block, okay? It's because there's something from your past that's been blocking. Oops, oh my God. I've been knocking these cards out. There's something from your past that's been blocking you from fully enjoying either the present moment or this inner peace, Look at this. These cards be trying to come out reverse. 5 of Cups reverse, okay? But it requires you to do the healing, the work, forgive. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in May. Okay, May, I guess. This is for May. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, you guys are getting an extra. We have the Princess of Swords as well as the Devil reverse. We have a lot of reversals out here, okay? So there is the energy of you guys needing to break away from something that has been holding you back. This is something that is regarding your past relationship, past mindset, something that stems way, way back, something that has affected you that is probably revolving around this insecurity or where you struggle with being your authentic self. We also have the Tower, Knight, Prince of Swords, and the Alchemist, and Judgment. Okay, so, ooh, what am I saying? I'm like, so. Judgment coming out. Okay, so some divine intervention. We'll talk about it. Okay, I think it's tying into this Tower as well as the Devil reverse. So it's looking like you guys are breaking out of something that has been holding you back. There's some sort of block in your life. 8 of Wands reverse. I think that's where this insecurity or these fears, or basically lack of peace, lack of inner peace. We're trying to get to a place of peace and clarity and calmness and zen and positivity, but obviously it's not always going to be love and light 24/7. That's not realistic, but there is something that's been getting in the way or preventing you from fully enjoying where you are now, because there's something that's on your mind stuck in the past, or there's something that stems way back that leaves you with a bad taste in your mouth. Now you're trying to work on healing. You are 5 of Cups reversed. Things aren't as painful as they used to be, but there's still something that needs to be acknowledged. There's still something that has you stewing. Let's see, underneath the Scorpion we have the Mouse and the Stingray. So there could be some sort of decision, but you're needing to look at the bigger picture. So if there's a decision, it's between the old versus the new, the comfortable versus the uncomfortable. Some of you are needing to step outside of your comfort zone. If that means embarrassing yourself or looking like a fool, you gotta do it. Take the risk, okay? And also need to look at the bigger picture. Some of you have been like so focused on like something that maybe doesn't really matter too much, but you've been stewing on that thing and it's been boiling up from within you. But it's like you're needing to be honest with yourself. Princess of Swords. Honest with yourself on the things that you're needing to forgive, the things you're needing to release. Acceptance. Acceptance is really key here. I think some of you have been struggling with accepting something that obviously had happened. Or some of you have been struggling with forgiveness or even forgiving yourselves. You are breaking away from something that was unhealthy in your life. Again, I think it's tying back to whatever the 6 of Cups reversed is. We're not going to clarify these cards because we got a lot of different little spreads to do. I don't have time. Well, maybe we'll clarify a little bit because I am a little bit curious as to what this is that you're breaking away from, and maybe we can help whoever's resonating with this. But the Devil in the reverse is telling me there is still something that's unhealthy, but you're working through it. You recognize whatever this is, and you're getting to the root of the issue. What will help you break away from this or cut ties. Some of you, if this is a past person, you guys might be keeping tabs on them, and again, like I said, it might just be the best thing for you to do is just completely cut the cord, completely block them, completely disconnect, especially if this is an ex or an ex-friend or someone that's no longer in your life, maybe who has caused you a lot of pain or hurt or whatever, and you've been struggling with moving on, or maybe you've been really hung up on them. It's like you may want to just cut it out completely, delete the number, delete photos of them, unfriend them, unfollow them, things like that, block them if you have to. You might just need to do that for your own inner peace. Otherwise, you may want to check their social media or ask about them or look back at old conversations, but then at the end of the day, it just makes you feel more crappy, right? So you may just need to completely cut the tie, cut that cord. Some of you may actually need to do a ritual if you feel like you've been energetically connected to them, right? Which makes it more difficult to move on, things like that. Anyways, we have the Tower, Princess of Swords, and the Alchemist. So there is some sort of realization that you're having or a breakthrough that you're having with the Tower, even with Judgment that came out, right? So some sort of divine intervention or something will collapse. It's inevitable. This breakthrough, this ending, this cycle needs to come crashing down so that you're able to move forward with a clear slate. clear, clean slate, whatever, you get what I'm saying, with the Alchemist and Princess of Swords. So something better is coming your way, something new is beginning, but it's requiring you to just completely detach from the past, okay? And that's going to take some time. It's going to require you to dig a little bit deeper, to ask yourself certain things, to go inward and meditate if there's any questions. If there's something you got to get off your chest, speak on it. There's some healing that needs to take place, but I think it's like there's something from your past that's been blocking you from fully enjoying the present or moving forward. There's been something that's been kind of like tying you back, or there's been chains of the past that you're trying to break away from, but it's like I still am getting the tendency of you guys either checking up on people from your past or thinking about them, or like it's just there's something that you're needing to do, there's something you're needing to change or break away from or remove so that you're able to fully like just disconnect, okay? That's going to take some time. Be gentle with yourself. Have compassion towards yourself, especially even your past self, right? Instead of beating yourself up over what happened, you can learn from it. You can grow from it. You don't have to repeat the past, right? You can learn the lesson and move on. But you got some new stuff coming your way once you kind of break away from this past, or you cut the cord, cut the tie. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting for you guys based off the current energy or whoever I'm picking up on, okay? So that's for you guys, okay? So now we're gonna look into your love life. We're gonna take a look into my singles as well as those who are in a relationship. Then we'll take a look into your career and finances and see if there's any other extra messages that need to come through. So let's start off with my singles in love for the next year. What can Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus expect regarding their love life? My singles. What can my single Taurians expect in their love life for the next year? Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, those that are single in love? What can those expect that are single in love? Okay. For my singles, what can they expect for the year coming up? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, what am I saying? Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? We have pay attention to the red flags. Hold on, let me turn this off. Sorry. Pay attention to the red flags and new love. Oh, okay. So for my singles out there who are looking for love, who are going out in the dating scene, there's new love. That's awesome. That's amazing, right? It says new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So that's exciting, right? It's so awesome. You may have many opportunities to go out on dates, to meet new people, right? That's awesome. Getting to know someone, maybe taking things a little bit seriously. But the one thing to keep in mind is to pay attention to the red flags. What does this say? The signs are cautioning you. So pay attention to these red flags, you guys, because next thing you know, you be putting on these rose-colored glasses and you make excuses for their behaviors, and then you end up in the same cycles you've gone down before in the past. Let's see if there's anything else regarding my singles in love. We'll pull some tarot messages too, but anything else for my singles in love for the next year? For Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any messages for Taurus in love that are single? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any messages for my singles? This is like not talking. Anything else for my single Taurians? Let's do one more. Anything else for my singles? Thank you. Okay. And past life relationship. You have known each other before. So for some, you may connect with somebody new, but you had that feeling like, hey, things feel so natural with you. It feels like I've known you for a long time. Feels like you're like home. Well, maybe that's because you share a past life with them, or because you share history with them. If you believe in that, I personally do. I think that stuff is really interesting, but I mean, obviously not everybody believes in that, but I'm just saying, you know, that feeling when you meet someone and you just instantly click, right? And it's this new love and you guys are hitting it off, but I think it's important to pay attention to the red flags, okay? Now, of course, there may not be any, but don't make excuses. Don't settle for less. Pay attention to those red flags. And they're going to be different for everyone. So, let's pull some tarot messages for my singles in love. for the next year. Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, my singles in love for the year coming up? What can they expect? Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, singles in love for the next year? Any messages for my Taurians in love, singles for the year coming up? What can they expect? Please show me clearly. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, singles in love. We have the King of Cups, beautiful energy. A nice, loving, mature, tender, healing, nurturing. We even have strength backside. Yeah, like you'll help your partner through the thick and thin kind of energy, supportive. Messages for my single Taurians in love. We also have the Tower. Ooh. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, singles in love for the year coming up. We also have, oh, shit, Seven of Swords. Okay. We also have the Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and Ten of Swords. Oh, I didn't even clarify your last reading. I was going to, and I got carried away. Like the energy, the current energy. I was like going to clarify a card, but I never did. I forgot to. I got carried away. Guess I wasn't meant to. That's all good. So, for my single Taurians out there, you have real, genuine, wholesome love to give, right? You have a big heart. And sometimes you wear your heart on your sleeve. And sometimes you have to be careful of who you give your love and energy to, because there's a lot of people on this planet that love to take that for granted, right? So it's very important to be careful of who you let in. You're someone who will be there through the thick and thin and will help others on their journey, help others heal, help others and be there for them when they need you the most. But pay attention to if they're there for you when you need them the most. Pay attention to those that are around you when you're thriving, when you're doing the best, versus when you're at your rock bottom, when you're really low. Who's around you versus who's not, and who's only there when you're at the top. Just pay attention to that, okay? Because there's a little bit of energy, and it kind of does look like a bit of a cycle repeating, because we have the Six of Cups, we also have the Ten of Swords, right? You're working on healing from those past experiences, right? The current energy read we had with the Six of Cups reversed and all those kind of energies we were picking up on. And here we go again. There's a bit of this past energy. You're looking back at some things. You're working on healing. You're working on bettering yourself and learning the lessons and overcoming, endings and painful experiences. But I can't help but see there's a bit of there could, if you allow it, you could end up on similar cycles if you're not aware. If you don't apply the wisdom that you've gained from these experiences that you've gone through, right? Applying that wisdom and turning it into knowledge. If you don't apply it, you could find yourself repeating certain cycles or attracting similar situations, okay? Right? Those red flags, if you don't ignore them, like maybe last time you ignored them and you pretended they weren't there and you were looking at the best of what this person was, even though you were ignoring the things that were, a bit of a red flag or trying to caution you, hey, be careful, they're showing you who they are. Don't ignore it, right? Maybe you made excuses for them, right? Don't do the same thing. Learn your lesson, okay? Because there is a bit of this energy. I ain't trying to I ain't trying to, scare you or anything. If you are aware of it, you will dodge it and you will end up in great relationships, healthy. But the Seven of Swords is it's really messing with me, okay? The Seven of Swords and the Tower. I feel as if there could be some sort of deception in certain connections that you may meet. Now, trust your gut, trust your discernment, of course. Don't let the cards dictate your life and your future. If you sense someone is real and genuine and has true love towards you, don't let the cards tell you otherwise. I'm just saying, though, for those that are getting a bad feeling, please trust it, because there is the energy of someone who could be wearing a false mask. Yeah, and even with the strength backside, Leo energy, we also have Scorpio coming out, some earth, air, all the elements, but with the backside of strength, I just feel like you may be the type of person to help solve other people's problems and put your own needs, dreams, desires aside to help others. And I think it's very important for you guys to know when to set boundaries, to know when to say no, and it's not your job to save everybody, okay? You're not Superman. It's not your job to rescue everyone. Yes, it's great when you are there for someone and you're loving and you're supportive, but it is not your job to make someone else happy. Unless they are your child, it is literally not your job to parent someone, okay? I'm just kind of getting that energy, right? It's great to be there for your partner. It's great to be there when they need you. But if you're constantly putting out fires, fire after fire after fire, oh, baby, you're going to get exhausted trying to extinguish these fires. Know your worth, know your values, and pay attention to the red flags, and all will be well, okay? All right. So that is for my singles. You got love coming in, right? Great. Awesome. You got big love to give, big heart. Just be aware of the people that come into your life. Have your standards, set your boundaries, know when enough is enough, and just remember it is not your job to rescue everybody. Be there for one another, right? But fill your cup up first before you worry about filling anybody else's cup. And also vice versa. It's no one's job to make you happy, Taurus. You got to find that from within, right? Yes, it's great to have love and all this support from other relationships. That's great. But you also have to have that solid from within you. Otherwise, happiness will be fleeting. It's the rough, honest truth. I ain't gonna bullshit, okay? All right, so that's for my singles and love. You got it. Just pay attention to the signs and don't make excuses for shitty behavior, okay? We're keeping it real on this channel, okay? Now let's look into those that are in a relationship. The Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Those that are in a relationship, what messages do they need to hear? Or what can they expect for the year coming up in their connection, in their relationship? Any messages for my Taurians that are in a relationship right now? What can they expect? Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in a relationship? What can they expect in love for the year coming up? What can Taurus in a relationship expect for the year coming up? For my taken Taurians, we have stay optimistic about your love life. Any messages for my Taurians in a commitment, in love? Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in a relationship. Those that are taken, what messages do they need to know for the year coming up in love? That was me. I ain't taking it, y'all. Any other messages for my Taurians in a connection, in a relationship that are taken? What can they expect for the year coming up? There we go. Ooh, honeymoon. Ooh. Let's get one more for my taken Taurians. In love for the year coming up, we also have let go of control issues. Okay, so stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss holiday time together and let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally, okay? So first of all, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Maybe things have been a little bit challenging, or there could have been some rocky moments in your connection, but to stay positive and optimistic and working together as a team will help you guys move forward, because it's looking like there's a lot of fulfilling times that are yet to come, but I think it's requiring you or whoever in this connection to let go of control issues. Someone may be very overly protective or even a little bit too controlling, right? Or trying to force the situation or force things to move in a certain way, or trying to speed things up. And it's like, just let it move at the right speed. Let it unfold naturally with time, okay? Don't rush, right? Someone might be really rushing for like marriage or moving in together or having children or starting a family or doing this or doing that, right? But maybe you're not ready, or maybe your person's not ready, and there needs to be this mutual respect and understanding, okay? And with that being said, there's that mutual respect and there's this understanding and positive thinking and having faith and trusting one another and working together and letting the situation, this connection unfold naturally, letting go of those control issues and expectations of how it should be, or you're looking around everyone else and everyone's having children and moving in together, having a family or going to places, and just stop comparing your own journey with your partner to others, okay? It's your life. not everyone's love life, okay? It's your love life, not everyone else's love life, right? And then we have honeymoon, right? Enjoy the bliss holiday time together. So for this upcoming year, you guys might be planning special trips with your loved one, going out on vacations, or even a honeymoon. Some of you maybe recently have gotten married, or you guys are planning a wedding or something like that, and so you're planning a honeymoon for the near future, right? Maybe not now, maybe traveling is not happening, due with current circumstances, but planning a future trip or planning a future honeymoon, and it's gonna be beautiful, and you guys will be able to enjoy each other one-on-one time, no interruptions, no distractions, just you and your boo. Love that for you. Okay, let's get some tarot messages for my Taurians in a relationship. Any messages for Taurus, someone Venus in a connection, in a relationship, taken. Any messages for Taurus, summarizing Venus that are taken in love. Messages for Taurus, summarizing Venus taken in love. What messages do we have for Taurians, please, that are in a relationship for the year coming up? What can they expect? Any messages for Taurus, summarizing Venus that are taken in love? Oh, a whole stack coming out, but I won't take them. Okay. Messages for my taken Taurians in love, those that are in a commitment. What can they expect? We have High Priestess backside. Okay, maybe someone's been a little bit secretive about their feelings, or they haven't been the most expressive. Or if we go back to those animal oracle cards that came out earlier, there could be a bit of an insecurity of opening up about how someone feels. Someone may struggle with communicating their truest feelings. Maybe they're scared of discussing their feelings because maybe they're fearful of getting hurt, okay? With it being backside, though, this could talk about something coming to light, or, speaking up about their feelings instead of being secretive. Maybe this is indicating someone's going to be confessing their true feelings or saying I love you for the first time or something like that. Let's see. Messages for Taurus, summarizing Venus taken in love. For the year coming up, we almost had the Queen of Cups come out. It didn't, but this is also Piscean energy, by the way. Ooh, King of Wands. Messages for my Taurians in a relationship. What can they expect for the year coming up in love? Hangman. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Messages for my taken Taurians in love for the year coming up. Ooh, there's that Queen of Cups. It was meant to be. It was meant to be, y'all. We also have the Four of Wands. Queen of... what is this? Oh, just kidding. It's the King of Pentacles backside. And the Knight of Wands backside. And Ace of Cups. Okay. So there we go. There's this connection. Again, though, I am getting a bit of the energy of someone's feelings could be hidden, or like they're not expressing their feelings, or someone's a little bit fearful of laying their feelings out on the table, fearful of getting hurt. Okay, there's two different energies. We have the High Priestess, King of Wands. We also have the Hangman and Queen of Cups. So we got quite a bit of water coming through in this reading. We have Cancer energy as well as Pisces. We also have Leo, Sag, Aries coming out, Capricorn, and a little bit of fire. Okay, so there's one person who has a lot of attraction, a lot of love to give, but it's like they kind of hold it in. Like, I don't know if they're the most expressive when it comes to their feelings. Like I was saying, there could be some sort of insecurity. Maybe this is you, Taurus. I'm just saying because this did come out in your earlier spread. If you resonated with that, could be reversed, of course. High Priestess with the King of Wands. I am getting the energy like someone is committed. When the King of Wands sets his mind towards something, he's in it for the long haul. He's in it to win it. He's not a quitter. He's determined, but he's kind of afraid of his emotions. He's not allowing his emotions to override him, though. I kind of feel like this is the person who has control issues. I'm just saying, don't come at me. And then the other individual in this connection, Queen of Cups and the Hangman, it's kind of like they're just hanging there. They have love to give, and they're very open about it. They're very healing, very nurturing, very soft, warm, loving. But it's like they feel like when they extend themselves, it doesn't really get anywhere, or like they just get stuck because they're not really being met with the same energy because someone's kind of secretive or hidden about how they truly feel. It's almost like whoever this is could be heavy masculine energy, right? We all carry masculine and feminine energies, but perhaps this person identifies more as like masculine, right? Or more masculine than feminine. That's all good. But it's like this person, I don't know, they just don't seem the most emotional. Or it's, again, like they struggle with their emotions. They are very tough. Or like on the outside they look tough. Again, there's that oyster, the shell, tough, rough, rigid. But on the inside it's ooey and gooey, and they got the most precious of pearls to share. So I kind of am getting that energy. It's like this person's tough on the outside, right? But on the inside they got so much love. It's just like, it's just so deep, and maybe they just don't have the right words to express it or communicate it that well, right? And so maybe, again, with the control issues, needing to let it unfold naturally, this person will figure out how to communicate their feelings, just to let it roll naturally. And I'm apologizing, I got a hair in my eye. Okay. And also on this person's side, the Queen of Cups, Hanged Man, maybe this person also, I think both sides gotta let go of control issues. Right? Because this person's like, if I express how I feel, what if I look like a fool? What if I look like an idiot? What if I get judged? This person's like, well, I'm expressing my love, but I'm not getting anything back. But it's like, people express their love in different ways, and to be more open-minded when it comes to that. So it's like, oh, but do they really love me because they don't tell me that, or they don't do something that makes me feel loved? It's like the love languages, needing to communicate with their love languages. Like, you know, everyone has a different kind of love language. Some people give gifts, some people spend quality time, some people it's words of affirmation, some people it's, you know, there's many different, you know, physical touch, intimacy, things like that, right? And so there needs to be like an understanding of each other's love language, I think, right? Because I do think that there could be some, like, a little bit of fears, or even just stubbornness. A little bit of stubbornness. Yeah, this is the King of Pentacles backside. Maybe someone's heavily focused on their career or their finances, their work, and so maybe someone feels like they're not, like, the most appreciated, or, I don't know, like, not as much of a priority, right? Like, even when we look at the page, this is a page of wands, not a knight of wands, it looks like a choice. Someone feels like they're, you know, man, I don't know, not like a choice. I don't know, what was that about? So, okay, maybe someone does feel like a choice, or someone feels like they're not really put as a priority, or like they extend their feelings out, but it's just like it doesn't really go anywhere. And so someone maybe has a hard time staying positive about their love life, or feeling like maybe the feelings are unrequited a little bit. Whether that's the case or not, that's how someone might feel. I think quality time would really benefit this connection, as well as having some honest conversations and, you know, letting things unfold naturally. Maybe someone's just not on the same page as you yet, right? And that's okay. Feelings develop differently from person to person. But overall, though, this connection looks very fulfilling, very balanced. Lots of fun, lighthearted, playful times in this connection, where there's support and balance, equal give and take. I ain't getting red flags from that. I just think there might be someone's fearful of opening up about their feelings, and so they try to act tough on the outside because deep down there's some sort of insecurity when it comes to expressing their feelings. The other person's way more in control of their feelings and expresses their feelings more openly and honestly, and they may get a little bit impatient when it comes to the other person with talking about feelings or things like that. So it's just about meeting each other in the middle and understanding each other's love language. That's kind of what I got. So, like, that's for the year coming up for those that are resonating with that spread, okay? So, interesting energy. We're going to take a look into your guys' careers, finances. Okay, let's take a look into your career and finances, Taurus. I had to have a little water break, but I'm back now. Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their career and finances for the year coming up? What can they expect regarding their career, finances, money for the year coming up? What can Taurus expect? An 8 of Pentacles tried coming out, so lots of work, dedication, consistency, practice makes perfect. Okay, messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their career and finances for the year coming up. Any messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their career and finances? Let's get one more. Okay, there we go. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have, the Sun coming out. Beautiful energy. I love that. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their career and finances. We also have the Ten of Swords reversed. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their career and finances. Eight of Swords reversed. Wow. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh my god. Six of Swords. Wow, lots of air energy coming through. So, I'm getting the energy of you guys removing self-inflicted limitations, those fears, those insecurities of doubting yourself, not being good enough. You're working through that. So, that's really good. We also have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, the Two of Pentacles, and Strength. Overcoming, the struggles that you've been going through. You may also have a decision regarding your career or finances, your work. You may have a choice to leave something behind or work somewhere else. You guys may have many different options. You might be juggling a lot, or maybe you have multiple sources of income, okay? This also talks about the need of you guys needing to balance your work life versus your own personal life. Otherwise, you guys may reach this breaking point or reach the place of exhaustion. So making sure that you guys take time out to rest and recharge, and you're not constantly work. There is the energy of you guys breaking out of those self-limiting beliefs or fears of not being good enough, or, let's say you want to put your artwork out there, but you're scared of what others may think, or you're wanting to go pursue something, but you're worried about the judgment of others, right? With the Sun shining down on these illusions, Eight of Swords, now you're able to break free from it, okay? And then you're allowing yourself to finally move forward with the Six of Swords, moving to much more calmer, peaceful times where you're in control of yourself, your thoughts, your feelings. You're not letting your fears control you. You are controlling yourself, and that's creating change, right? There's going to be changes in your career. Expect much more money, much more stability in your life, and reward. Your hard work will pay off. I do think you guys are going to be needing to be patient with yourself on this journey, though. Like I said, Eight of Pentacles did try to flip out when we were shuffling the cards, so it's going to require your determination, your focus, your long-term steady work, but that it's capable and you will be successful, and I think you will be really fulfilled with whatever it is that you end up doing or pursuing or continuing doing, right? You got this. You're on the right track. Cycles are closing, and there is going to be some sort of change, but the need to have trust in the direction you're moving down, and knowing that whatever changes that come your way in your career sector, in your finances, will bring balance. So even if it doesn't really seem like it, or maybe in the time being, maybe there's some fears or stresses or anxieties, needing to trust in the bigger picture. Remember when I was looking, I was saying this to the singles reading for love. Underneath the Scorpion, we had the Mouse, and we also had the Stingray. So the decision between the old versus the new, and also needing to looking at the bigger picture. My words are backwards, y'all. Needing to loosen up on that control, the grip of holding on so tightly, and trusting more. Trusting yourself. Stop second guessing yourself. I know it's easier said than done, and it's a process to work through, and it's going to take work and effort, but you are capable of overcoming those things. Like I said, take time to rest, focus on balancing your own work life, personal life, and I do believe that there's a lot of support around you, or to make sure that wherever you're around, whoever you're around, you're supported and you're loved and you're cared for, okay? But yeah, so expect changes in your career. Expect much more of like a consistent income, seeing an increase in your workflow, much more fulfillment and happiness doing what you love, and breaking away from things, places. Some of you might be leaving behind your current job if it's been unhealthy or toxic. Some of you are saying goodbye and you're leaving, quitting, and starting a new job, or working somewhere else, or working even for yourself. But either way, I do see positive change for you guys in your career and finances. So it's looking pretty promising, you guys. Staying optimistic and appreciate all that you have. Be grateful. Practice being grateful for all the things that you got, the blessings. And know that whatever comes your way, you can deal it, you can handle it, and you will be fine and come to actual much more peaceful times. So it's going to be a good year for your work, your finances, and career. Now we're going to just see if there's any extra messages for you guys, and then we will pull some Rebel messages and some Tikashi messages, okay? Whoa, we have a card trying to pick out. What do we got? Knight of Cups. Okay, getting to know someone, love, romance, okay? So again, kind of ties in with my single reading. For love, it's like you got some new love coming in, but pay attention to the signs, the flags. Make sure they're green flags, not red flags. Don't be putting on those rose-colored sunglasses, okay? Messages for Taurus, summarizing Venus for this upcoming year. Any extra messages, anything they should be aware of or consider. Any other messages we have? Ooh, almost knocked my other deck down. 3 of Cups, so lots of fulfilling times. I'm also getting the energy of reunion. So reuniting with friends, family, or those that you haven't seen in a long time. Right? Even though we have the Knight of Cups, it doesn't necessarily mean it's romantic. This could just be someone you carry a lot of love for. And then with the 3 of Cups coming out here, it's talking about reunions and celebrations and having lots of good times with those that you love, okay? Lots of fun times, celebrating, going out, having some drinks. We also have the Ace of Wands coming out. Messages for Taurus, summarizing Venus for the year coming up. We also have the Devil reversed. Let's just see. We're going to just let the cards fly. Messages for Taurus, Queen of Wands. Some of you might be focusing a lot on your health, your wellness, eating better. Hermit, Knight of Swords, and Santa Muerte, Death card. So you guys are going to be going through some big changes. So overall, just some extra general messages. Like I said, celebrating, spending a lot of time with your loved ones, your friends. Lots of good times that are yet to come. We have the Ace of Wands, so I think you guys are going to be picking up on a lot of new hobbies, things that you can be creative and expressive and passionate about. I'm also seeing you guys will be breaking away from certain things, people, mindsets, habits, or again, those beliefs that you were holding yourself back, or those insecurities, or the energy of you guys stewing on something from your past, or, you know, needing to find that inner peace. I see that you guys are breaking away from something with the Devil reverse, breaking away from some sort of tie, or especially for the singles reading I did, is that there is the energy of like keeping tabs on people from your past, or having a difficult time moving on from someone or something. It doesn't even have to be regarding love, but I think that could be tying into this reading of like breaking away from those things that aren't good for you, that have been holding you back, that have been feeding into these insecurities. I think it requires you to go inward and doing a lot of shadow work, healing and forgiveness, and just reaching a place of acceptance, as well as we have the Knight of Swords and the Death card coming out. So there's going to be a lot of abrupt change this year inside of you. Like, you're going to be looking back at yourself a month from now, 6 months from now, and you're going to look back at yourself and be like, damn, I've changed so much. I've changed so much. I've changed so much as like, you're going to be blown away by how much you change, especially as we have Pluto retrograde going on in the sign of Capricorn for the next 6 months. So it's going to be a very transformative time, going inward, doing a lot of shadow work, and healing certain parts of ourselves. There's going to be a lot of that coming through. So kind of tied into the very first spread of the current energy, right? And then we also have the Queen of Wands. I was getting the energy again. Obviously ties into your creativity and expressing yourselves. Maybe you're needing to step out of your comfort zone, and I'm also getting the energy of you guys focusing a lot more on your wellness, your health, your well-being, and taking care of yourself, and really feeling confident and good about who you are, and making better lifestyle changes and choices, and just feeling a lot more empowered and in control. And you're also very attractive, or you're gonna just be feeling like you're gonna have a glow up. Okay, you guys are gonna have a glow up. We also have the 5 of Wands here, so there might be some drama, you know, it's inevitable, it always happens. There's always gonna be some sort of fallout or argument or BS that you're gonna have to deal with sometime eventually. It's inevitable, you're gonna have to deal with that one day or another, but do not let this get in the way of your own peace of mind. If we go back to the very beginning of the reading, inner peace. Do not let others disturb your peace. Focus on yourself. Focus on your wellness. Break away from that toxic shit. Focus on those that you love. and spend some time alone. So if someone tries to come at you with that BS, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna lock yourself away and you're like, do not disturb, or I'll put this to an end. Okay, so yeah, those are just some extra messages. What am I doing now? We're gonna post some rebel messages. Oh my goodness, I'm getting tired, you guys. Can you feel my energy is like kind of going down? I don't know, maybe you can't, but I'm feeling it. I'm tired, y'all. Oh my god. I can't even shuffle properly. Okay, so we're gonna pull some rebel messages. This may be helpful, this may not. This may just bring a few laughs or call you out on your bullshit. We'll see what the rebel deck has to say for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any rebel messages for Taurus for the upcoming year. Any rebel messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this upcoming year. Okay, what do we have here? Stop obsessing. Rebel messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We also have you got a feeling you just can't shake, and get over yourself and pull your shit together. Okay, so just take this with a grain of salt. We have stop obsessing. You are not the center of the universe. You have a feeling you can't just shake. That little voice inside of you, listen to that shit. Trust your own inner voice, your own inner wisdom, your intuition. And get over yourself, pull your shit together, help people, give back, and do good shit for humanity. Okay, that's advice from the Rebel deck. And now let's just pull a couple Tikashi messages and wrap this up. Okay, any Tikashi messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus to wrap up this reading? Any Tikashi messages for Taurus, please? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any Tikashi messages? Tikashi messages for Taurus. Oops. Oh my goodness, I just dropped it. Okay. Any Tikashi messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Oh, we have consideration. I did not mean to bump that. Tikashi messages for Taurus. Okay. Oh, you guys got an extra thought. Love and self. Self-love, considering your own thinking patterns, your thinking. Oh my goodness, that was loud. That was like a big ass bang. I lost my train of thought. Okay, let's just read this. Consideration, pay attention, let nothing move past without your examination. Be reflective and do not make any hasty decisions. Many special moments are unfolding for your attention. If you carefully look at what's brought you to this now moment, you will see how much of yourself deserves your loving consideration. Thought, be aware of your thoughts. Your thoughts carry a great deal of energy. Choose to create your world with happy, loving thoughts. Be unselfish in your thinking and considerate of others. Situations may not be as you expect, and you may have to do some rethinking. Love. Open yourself to more of it. Love yourself. You are lovable and worth loving. Love is all around you, always. Whether you feel it or not, it's your choice. As soon as you let go of the conditions you have placed on love, you open yourself up to love from a new direction. Unconditional love may feel different than what you've allowed before. And self. The self remains true. The self remains pure. Your ego may be trying to take you away from knowing your whole self. Do not be troubled. Do not be misled. Your self is totally unlimited and is guided by your heart and soul. All you need to do is listen and trust yourself. And so, just want to say, inner peace, meditate more, my dudes. It will make a difference. Okay, so Taurus, that is what I got for you guys for your birthday reading. I hope you guys enjoyed or found this helpful or insightful in any way. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and if you guys are interested, you can check out my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Happy birthday. I hope you guys have a great birthday season and that this next year treats you well. And I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.